is working. So Mary had a little lamb, and all the doctors were standing. So I don't know whether you can hear me, Stacey, or not. There we are, Stacey.
All right, Bill. Now, how do I get people to invite?
I'm not sure. Well, I'm running off my mobile, so
Oh, okay. Well,
it might
okay.
be with the camera. Might be. Let me stop the camera on mine.
Yeah, I'm trying to do it off my laptop, and I don't know. I gotta look on YouTube and see how to do it. I don't know if I need to download it and try it like that. But I let my little dog run.
Yeah, I've got. Like I said, I haven't got. Well, out here, there's no internet line. I've got to have an internet line put in, but so I'm just running off my mobile. So, which is 4G, but I think if I have the camera on as well, it just doesn't go.
Yeah.
All right, Paul.
We'll see.
Sorry, Paul. I didn't see you come in there.
We'll see what I had to do, Bill. I'm so far out in the middle of nowhere, about like you, since you moved out in the countryside. I had to go wireless, and we got a. Okay, let me go in here where it's more quieter. Um, See here where I live, you got Verizon, AT&T, all that, and I had to go with Verizon on my phone, or should I say internet, and the closest tower is, let me see how far it is, 12 miles or so. I don't know what that is in kilometers, but and my connection ain't the strongest since all the trees around here are fully bloomed. It makes it harder to get connection, and it's summertime here.
Yeah. Well, I think nearest one to me. We have a very big. Well, it used to be a television broadcasting mast. I think they're using it for 5G now, but I haven't got 5G. I've only got 4. The phone is normally pretty good. Um, it's pretty open where I am. There's a couple of spots where you lose a bit of signal, but it's I haven't got. I can get normal telephone line, so the old analog type thing, but the speed on that is no faster than what my mobile is.
Yeah, that's the way it is on. See, I'll show you what I got. See, where we at? This is what I got for wireless internet, and I got to hold it by my phone. And I'm sorry, I got to hold it by the window where I can get better signal because I'm so far away from the closest tower. See, the tower I got is AT&T, and Verizon is farther. Well, it's got to go through trees and all that, and I got a metal roof, and it just makes it that harder to get on or get better internet. That's the bad thing about living in the country as far
Yeah,
as internet.
I've got to. Well, I can have cable, but I've got to pay for them to lay it out here.
Yeah.
And well, at the moment I'm getting my. I'm trying to look because there's the old though it's not used much here, but the satellite dish internet. Is it Silverlink or something like that? I see some of the Philippine vloggers talk about it.
Oh yeah. What is that called? I think it is Starlink, Centralink, or something like that. There, but
Mm,
they say it's like $100 a month. Kind of expensive.
yeah,
See, I'm only paying 50, but I think from what I understand, they get 50 megabytes. They get a lot. See, I'm only getting like 10 megabytes on mine. My
I
brother,
think that's about the same on mine. And mine's what's mine? My plan is unlimited in brackets. I think if you do a really load, then they will cut it down. But it's meant to be unlimited for the megabytes you can download, and that's £35. I don't know what the exchange rate is at the moment. I think that might be about $50 a month.
yeah, see, it's like my phone. I got Cricket, but Cricket rents off of Verizon towers and AT&T towers. Since the AT&T
Thanks, Paul.
towers are real close to me, huh?
I said just Paul saying it's Starlink. That's it, not Silverlink.
Yeah, Starlink. Oh, Starlink. Yeah. Well, see, I
So
got
Griffin,
Cricket, and they pay, huh?
I didn't know this would be broadcast, but that's quite good. That's quite nice to do.
Yeah. But I got Cricket, but they pay rent through AT&T, and that's the closest tower. I should have got that AT&T wireless. I think I'd get better internet. But anyway, my phone, I got unlimited, but I live in a very, very small town of like 500 people. And see, my brother, he works for a phone company. He said if I lived in a bigger city, let's just say like Little Rock is the biggest city, it would after okay, I got 22 gigabytes. I'm still unlimited, but if I go past 22 gigabytes, it drop. You know, I'll lose it'll throttle me down. But right now where I
Yeah,
live, it won't affect me none. So
yeah. I think the same as mine. I think in the the small print. I think if you do quite a bit, they then slow it down in the peak times, and then sort of at the unsocial hours you can get it back. But that is what I do anyway. I'm most if I want to stream anything, it's mainly it'd be on social hours that I do it anyway.
yeah. But see, like mine, since I live in such a small town, it doesn't affect it. But if I lived in a bigger town like Chicago or uh, Florida, it probably throttle me down. But since where I live, I never see no difference in it. Even if I go over my limit, I'm unlimited, but if I go over 22 gigabyte, they'll throttle me down like in the major cities. So, but my Verizon wireless, it's unlimited, but the signal ain't the greatest because of where I live.
I could have once if I get into a TV show and I binge it, I can do 40, 50 gigs a month.
Yeah. Oh dang, that's still pretty good though.
Yeah, I tend not to these days. I'm not so much into that.
Yeah.
Because I don't have actually don't own a TV or anything like that.
Yeah.
So anything it just be on the computer. And here in England, we have if you watch what they call live TV,
Uh huh.
broadcast TV, you have to pay a license fee.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so which is the BBC. so, so if you own a TV and you watch well, not we have five channels here, main channels, which you would call terrestrial TV. We have BBC, ITV, you got BBC Two, Channel 4, and Channel 5. They're like free to watch as such. And then obviously you got your Skies and you have that type of one. But if you watch any of those normal TVs, you have to pay a TV license.
Wow. It's not like that here.
No,
Um.
which is I think because I don't own a TV and I don't watch any of those channels. I think it's 100 and something pound a year.
Oh dang.
Yeah,
See, like here, and I can't speak for every city, but like here in Arkansas where I live, I can get my regular TV, which costs nothing, and but I can get a satellite TV. See, right now I got the Roku channel, and
yeah,
I'm running off my nephew's account, so I can watch it through their account, and I don't have to pay nothing. Or if I want to go back to regular TV, I don't have to pay for nothing.
yeah. Well, that here, if you did that here, you would have to have a license,
Dang.
and if you if you don't have a license and they catch you watching it, that's £1,000 fine.
Golly.
Yeah, and you get letters I get a letter at least once a year telling me that I haven't got a TV license,
Dang. Now forget
and they
that.
will hassle you. They will then say you can be fined. It is a criminal offence, which it isn't, but because the BBC will that they don't have had there's no adverts on there
Wow.
because they're paid for by the license fee.
Dang, that's weird. No,
Well,
I
it's from
wouldn't
when
even worry about it.
when we only had the BBC.
Bill,
I
you
can
should get
remember
it
when we.
for free.
Yeah, I know you do. Yeah, I know it's.
You should get it
It's
for. I thought you worked for the BBC.
yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah. But you can Netflix, Amazon, and you can have those, and you don't need a license for those because you're paying the subscription for those. But
Yeah. See, that's what I got. I don't know what you call it there in England, but here we call it the Roku box, and you get same thing what you just said. You get
yeah,
Netflix, Amazon, and all that. So, but yeah, you gotta pay a monthly subscription here. But I'm using my nephew and my niece's accounts because they already got it set up, and I don't have to pay for nothing. But when they shut
mm,
it off, I don't have it.
mm. But yeah, I have Amazon Prime,
Yeah,
but I also stream from one of the streaming sites, where they just post it anyway.
yeah. But see, we call we had a satellite called Dish Network, and man, they was getting ungodly high. And the way we done it, it was kind of like we wasn't supposed to do this. My brother at the time, he lived about an hour from me. I had a box, my dad, and my brother. So what we done, we switched it once a month. I get a bill next month, my brother, then my other brother and dad. So when I lost my dad, my brother said, I'm going to quit paying for it. I said, go for it. It was like $200 a month, and it was steadily going up. So I said, man, shut it off. That's too expensive. And we're not home half the time because of work. I don't need it. Just turn it off.
Well, I'm the same thing. I used to have Sky TV, and I had the biggest package, which was 40, £50 a month, and I actually I didn't never watched it.
Yeah. Well, see,
Hi, Marvin.
that's like
Sorry,
me.
Marvin. I'm new to this, so I didn't see you there. I'll invite you in, and let me just. Where's Mum?
Hey, Bill and Stacy, what's going on?
Well, I was just having, like Stacey did yesterday, playing with StreamYards. So I thought I'd just start it up. I wanted to test, because where I am in the country, I wanted to see whether my mobile could handle doing a live stream and my camera, stuff that, but it can't handle doing the camera as well. It just times out all the time.
All right.
But yeah, so me and Stacey, well, hopefully this Stacey's now got his head round the live stream, this StreamYards.
Right. Well, Stacy's working hard. You see that fancy new house he's got.
Yeah. Now I'm back in my raggedy house now at the moment until I get him back on StreamYard.
Well, damn, dude.
I meant to say yesterday, Stacey, my sister, she lives in I would say what was the equivalent of a mobile home, like you said.
Yeah.
It's like a static caravan, we would call it in England, but it's
Mm-hmm.
it's very big. You wouldn't tow it anywhere. Sort of
Yeah.
semi-retirement places they are, really.
Well, when I lived back in Illinois, I owned a mobile home up there, and I
Mm-hmm.
think it was like 16 foot wide. It was
Mm-hmm.
4 bedroom. It was a nice place to live.
Yeah.
I sold it when I moved to Georgia. I think I got like $12,000 out of it or something like that. It wasn't
Oh,
much,
dang.
but
Yeah. But you got some of your money back anyway.
yeah.
See, this one.
Well, I only paid like 10,000 for it.
Dang.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong, it was in a mobile home park, but
Yeah.
the
Let me
people that
see.
own the mobile home park I grew up with, so I knew them. I didn't have no problems with them.
Yeah, I think this house here is a 24 or 28 by 70. I think it's a 3 bedroom,
Yeah,
two
well,
bath.
you got a modular home.
I don't know what to call it, but anyway, my dad bought
What
it.
that means is when they delivered it in two pieces.
Yes, yes, and
Yeah,
they had to put it together. So
yeah,
and man, this thing is so raggedy. My insulation under my floor, it's all gone, and it's just a raggedy trailer, but it's free. You know, what can I
yeah.
say?
But you're paying a lot less than I am.
Yeah,
I'm
but the
paying
thing is,
zero.
it's I would try to, like Brian's place. That's his home. It doesn't matter what it looks like.
No,
Yeah. Well, I mean, Brian's home is livable. I mean, no, it's not finished out or nothing like that. But I mean, I could live there.
Well, I
You
could.
know.
Well, that's 90% of for my trips to the Philippines. Most of the
Yeah,
Philippine population live in or below.
yeah. A lot of those people over there, they're living in shacks. Like I would use to store my lawnmower in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is.
yep. Well, think about this, Marvin.
What's that?
I work, you work, Bill works. All right,
Hmm.
we're gone 8 hours a day away from our home. We basically live at work just as much as we are at home. So
Oh yeah, damn
you
sure.
know what I mean. So a home is
Yeah.
a home, and we're not going to be in it all the time. Doesn't matter if you got a
Yep.
$10 million house or $10,000 house.
Yep.
So, and none of us is rich. So, and we're going to be working every day.
I'm not rich, but I live in a rich neighborhood. I got a
Who
house
rich?
across the street from me that sold for $1.8 million, and I got my, well, I've told you about this before, Stacey.
Yeah.
My neighbor that's got the customized paint job jet helicopter that he lands in his front yard. I
Dang.
live on the rich side of town, but I'm poor.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
that's
bad. We
the
live in
same.
a
But
rich neighborhood,
my
but poor.
my I don't know. You'd call it an apartment, but we call it a flat here. My flat in London, I bought for when was that? About 1988, and it was about £100,000. But you can't you can't get a shed for that in London now. And then
Yeah.
suddenly everybody around me got Porsches and all got what, and I was lucky to have something before the prices went up.
Yeah, for sure.
It was unbelievable, and I have a workshop which I luckily I bought it, and now that again where it is just gone through the roof, the prices and the
Well,
real
that's the
estate
same
in
same
London.
thing here in the States. If you had a house that was worth, say, $120,000, it's worth like $250,000 now.
Mm-hmm.
The price went through the roof. The last place I
Yeah.
moved out of, it sold for 200 and I think $86,000. And they bought that house originally for $40,000.
Golly.
Yeah. It's
See,
like I told them, when they asked me to move, I said, no, I ain't got no problems. I don't blame you for selling it. You stand to make too much money, you know.
Heck yeah.
And I mean, we're still on good terms to this day. Hell, my big 65-inch TV, that was a gift from them.
Golly. That's an insult, Marvin. An insult. You say GD Meat has got a 72 inch. I want an 80 inch. That's an
Yeah.
insult.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
But see, my dad got a letter from a realtor, and he said, "Hey, Marvin, I want an 80 inch." I said, "No, you don't." He said, "Well, I want an 80 inch." I said, "Okay." Well, see, my dad got a letter from a realtor, and he said, "Hey, Marvin, I want an 80 inch." I said, "No, you don't." Mossy Oaks,
Yeah.
for
I don't know.
for for this land right here where I'm living at. It's 36 acres. I think
Uh-huh.
that's what the map shows. And they offered him between $200,000 and $500,000.
Yeah.
And I think about it, just a few months or maybe a year before he passed away. I didn't see the letter that time, but I think he said he was offered almost $1 million for it, like a
Yeah.
year or two later,
Yep.
because I'm right here next to the river, and duck
Yep.
hunting around. Duck hunting done got so popular. Duck hunters want it.
Oh
Duck
yeah.
hunters paradise right here.
Yep.
Because at 3 o'clock in the
So
morning,
is Griffin on your Facebook?
no, I don't have Griffin on Facebook. I just got you, Marvin, Richard Lousay, and Fan. I think that's all I got. And no, I think that's just y'all four. I think. Oh, and Doc. Again.
Yeah. No, I didn't know how to show cinema layout. You know, then like Jimbo shows pictures, doesn't he? Sometimes on his. I was going to flash my house up for
The
Griffin.
house you bought, Bill, I'll just tell you, that's beautiful.
It is. I like the way that house
I
looks.
mean, yeah, it is. And I love that roof.
I
Yeah.
do
You know,
too.
I mean, I know it might be a high maintenance roof, but man,
It's
that makes it look beautiful.
yeah, and I Stacey knows it was. We were looking because I've gone back to where my family grew up,
Right.
where we were, and my great. Got to work out this. It was my mum's great granddad lived there,
Okay.
so we've gone back.
Oh, so you've actually bought a piece of property that belonged to your family before?
Yeah, well,
Oh, okay.
didn't belong to them because they were tenants.
Okay. All right.
So yeah,
Yeah, it's still family heritage.
yeah. So I'm hoping I'm going to get a ghost of a granddad or something like that.
Yeah, you never know.
But Bill, I like it where you live right there. Let me see. It's kind of a Hilly's place, but man, it just looks so peaceful out there. Nobody around that I can see in that picture. But man, that house it just looks neat.
Yeah, it's had the person a couple of people that have owned it before. They've done renovations inside because normally these houses the ceilings are quite low,
Right.
but they've hired the ceiling because they're normally So if you think of people back in them days, they wouldn't, a 6 foot person wouldn't be able to stand up in it.
Wow.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, you can now, but anything over about 6'3",
Yeah.
and they got to watch their heads.
Okay. You should give us a video on it sometime.
Yeah, I'll have to do that. Go around, and I don't want to do too much because somebody might recognise where it is because it's in quite a well-known area.
Oh, okay.
Well, you know how the dimwit is. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, if he hasn't figured out where you're from yet, Bill, I mean, I figured that out a long time ago. I'm not going to say, but that was just simple and easy. You can post videos,
It's just, I don't know. I love it when he thought I worked for the BBC.
Yeah, he works for that big black hawk.
But, yeah, and he's going on that I was a famous film director and producer.
Yep.
Well, who would be? Why would I do anything to do with him? But he also did the video where he said he had friends in New Zealand that had got my name because I'd applied for a visa.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
Just ridiculous.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, the man has lost his mind, and I don't think, that him and his wife are living together anymore. You know,
I think it's separate lives, isn't it?
yeah,
They may be in the same house, but it's separate.
yeah. You know, if not, she's staying with the kids most of the time. You know, I mean, because you know, for a man to be as obsessed as he is, you know, that's just crazy.
You know,
Yeah,
the
something
other day when I put up, I'm sorry, Bill, go ahead.
No, you go, Stacey.
Okay, you know when I did that video 2 days ago, where talking about did that video where Gary and Greg set Geoff up, and I make it look like Geoff was a racist.
Yeah.
How many times have we seen Geoff's grandkids? He said his daughter's kids were Aborigines. So how many times have you seen his grandkids walk by the camera?
Oh, never seen nothing. You know, and you don't even see his wife unless she's there with some friends.
Yeah, or she just
You
walks
know.
by or something. But what I'm
Yeah.
saying is, out of all them years that he's been on cam,
Yeah.
have you ever seen his kids or grandkids? So see, that tells me right there, and we all know that you
They're not visiting.
no.
No.
Yeah.
Well, there was one video he made in what he calls the pool room, where you can see the deck outside. And he said, "Oh, the grandkids and all that are over and they're outside." But I must admit, I don't have children, so I don't have grandchildren. But I know my sisters and theirs, they want to see what granddad's doing and
Yes.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
They want to come and say hello and want to.
Yeah. Well, do you remember the video he made where he was posted because what was it? Brian or something or Tata or Gina had made a little playhouse for Red. And he went out back and you know and he's showing a cage that he made for his grandkids. A cage. You seen that video, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But that's why
I mean, that's like something you keep rabbits in or something, you know?
Yeah.
I'll let Griffin. All I've done with my mic, I put a sock on it.
Okay.
So just to sort of mask, because it was getting a bit, I don't know what it was, but it was distorting. So I've put a sock on it, on the
Oh, you
mic.
sound good now. You must be in front of a fan or AC vent or something.
We don't have AC in England.
Oh, okay.
No air conditioning. Well, in the cars, but not in houses.
Okay. Well, I got it here in Georgia, and you know, if it wasn't for the AC right now, I'd be dead. You know, I'm getting 110 actual degree temperature at work inside the building. That's not heat index. That's actual temperature. That's fucking hot.
It is.
Yeah, it's like last Friday. You know, my boss come back there. It's like 4 o'clock. You know, we close at 5. You know, I'm sitting down. She's like, you look like you're really tired. I'm like, yeah, I am. You know, I'm fucking exhausted. She's like, well, go home. You know, I mean, it was just dead to the fucking world. You know.
I know it.
And Stacy, I know you're out on the tractors, and you know I'm most of the ones you're driving are air conditioned, but
oh yeah, you can't
to get
stand
out
it.
in the heat.
But the truck I had last year before my boss bought this truck with air conditioner, man, it was just hot. It had the seat covers, but it was camouflage. Marvin, you know how camouflage is. It's like black. It draws heat.
Yep.
Man, I got so hot last year. And my boss told me to go drain some oil on some power units. And I went to the shop. I had to lay down. I said, "Oh." Then my boss's son-in-law, he called me. He said, "Air conditioner not working?" I said, "No, I got to lay down. I'm hot. I am exhausted. I'm drained." I thought I was going to get sick because it got so hot here. And so he traded that truck in and another truck for a couple more pickups. And he got me this Dodge here.
Well, you know, in this heat, hell, I'm 58 years old. You know, it didn't bother me like it does now.
I know it.
I mean, I drink plenty of fluids and stuff, but you know, I just to the point that, you know, it doesn't even matter about what I make. I can only push myself so hard.
Yep.
And I'm only going to push myself so hard.
I know.
Well, we don't
Friday
sort of get.
morning.
I mean, we get about 30 degrees is our hottest. Sometimes not much hotter, but then we will moan about that.
Yeah.
But
Dang.
again, because we don't have
30 degrees. That's what in actual degrees?
oh
That's probably like in the 80s, maybe. Because I think
yeah,
when it
maybe.
gets around 40s, I think that's getting pretty close to 100, between 90 and 100. I think I'm just guessing off the top of my head. So
Hang
he's
on a
probably
minute,
in the
I
80s.
can tell you.
So it's
Oh, no,
40
that one
degrees
doesn't
is
do
our
it.
hottest, which is centigrade.
I thought my thermometer read Celsius, but it doesn't.
But again, like I said, in the homes, unless
Yeah.
they're incredibly new, we don't have air conditioning, and we don't have cheap air conditioning because we don't use it
Yeah.
that often.
Right.
So if you do have it, it's the units are quite dear.
Right. Well, I'll put it this way: I dread seeing what my power bill is going to be this month.
Oh,
Well,
My
and that is
God.
the only other thing here is the cost of the electricity these days.
Yeah, everything's fucking expensive. Although I was lucky, my power bill last month was only $80, but I hadn't had to run my AC.
I know.
And
My bill last month was 70, and this month is 200.
yeah, you got it.
Well, I'm going to
You
see
know,
what mine in London. It was on an average about £40 a month, which again is probably about $60. But I don't out most of the time. I don't run heating because where I was, it was naturally kept warm by the other places around it.
right.
But out here, I will see. But because the house is old and they built it to be warm in the winter but cool in the summer, I'm hoping that's gonna not be a big bill because
Yeah.
That's
they
for
knew how
sure.
to build houses then. Because they didn't have heating. There was no central heating in them days.
Right. Well, I know where I live at. When I first moved in here, my first month, we got this cold snap here in Georgia, went down to, below zero for a while. I burn a quart and a half of wood, so that's $300 worth of firewood. I got a wood burning stove. And then I got a gas bill that was almost $500 and a $300 electric bill.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Well, we had
I was glad I had the money to pay it, but like, Jesus Christ, really? This winter now, it wasn't that bad. I mean, they come in here and put in new AC ducts and new insulated, AC ducts and all kinds of shit. So that seemed to help.
well, we had
Yeah.
an energy crisis here with raising the bill, and everybody. Well, I'll take it. Everybody in England got it, but I know most of the people know we got a rebate. We had a £60 a month rebate, which basically covered my electric bill for those from I think that was 8 months worth. So the whole government paid well subsidised your energy bill for 8 months.
That's cool. Well, here where I live at, I'm on Jackson EMC. That's a privately owned company or whatever, but I get a check once a year from the power company, if they make a profit that year, then it's divided out between the customers and mailed out in checks.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
we'll do
And
the
then
same way here.
Okay.
not
I mean,
here though.
sometimes
The power
I've got
companies.
$5 or $10. Sometimes I got, 50 or 60.
I think last year, either last year, year before last, well, right here at my dad's house, I think I got $100 and something check last year.
Well, that's not bad.
No,
Every
I'll
bit
take
helps.
it. I'll take it.
Is anybody in the chat?
Well, I can't see the comments.
Yeah.
Well, hang on a second. I can look at them. Oh yeah, Griffin's here. Dawn's here.
I can remember from before.
Say what?
Dawn, remember some time ago, used to comment.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand you.
Sorry, I'm having a drink at the
And thank you, Griffin. I think.
I'm not sure about that.
But Griffin was giving me a comment. I was just telling him thank you. But I think using my phone.
Paul, yeah, sorry.
My picture is kind of horrible looking.
Paul, I see your avatar, but it reminds me of Van.
Oh, I remind you of Van?
No, Paul T.
Oh, okay, all right, Paul T. All right.
When I first saw it, I thought it was Van.
Okay.
Stacey, did you see the thing with that? Is it Ricky guy? They Dirty Grandpa or Sick Grandpa, whoever he is, did a live stream with Gary.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Don't worry, Griffin. I'm not screaming like like Van.
Oh yeah, I saw that came up on Griffin. That Leghorn Fog. I love Leghorn and Foghorn as well. Just came up on YouTube, and I thought that is exactly what Brian's doing to Geoff.
And no, Griffin, I do not live in the Philippines.
Yeah, Bill, that was good with those Foghorn Leghorn. That was good.
Exactly what Brian's has done to Geoff with
the
I can make the call video, and that's just Brian winding him up.
Yeah.
But Geoff thinks that's real, though. He thinks, oh, Brian said he's nah. But no, he just triggered you, Geoff.
Mm-hmm. Now they got to pay to.
Yeah, I'm wondering how people are going to do that. Is all the jealous guy, because he just reviews Brian stuff. He doesn't show it, but he reviews it.
Yeah.
And the foreigner farming exposed. He got upset with me because I said on not this live stream, last Sunday's live stream, that Brian should copyright strike him.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Why did you say that? Well, because you're just copying his content.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he is. So, but are they going to pay to watch his videos?
Sorry, guys, I booted myself out. Coming back from comments.
But I mean,
and
they
Griffin,
can pay and watch it, but at least then Brian gets something out of it. They could probably make it say as many things they like. Brian won't care because they're paying.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe that's what he wants. Have them to pay, talk about him.
There's some truth to
that. Yeah. If you watch him, he's a bit like Beavis, that Ricky guy. They're a bit bit slimy.
Yeah,
Beavis to me is very slimy.
yeah, he is.
My thing
Yeah,
is, I've
you know,
watched a few. I've watched a few of his videos, and he's like, okay, he wants to play with the big boys, sort of thing. He's on the
yeah.
outside, and he wants to come in.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Well, what's the guy's name? That was on Gary's last live stream.
Ricky
Mountain Man.
Say what?
Mountain Man.
Mountain Man.
No, not Mountain Man. The live stream
Ricky.
after that one.
Oh yeah, Ricky. Okay.
Yeah, I know those two are good friends. You know, one likes
Yeah.
Brian, one likes the dimwit. You know, that's just kind of.
I think with Ricky saying, "Let's help Brian," that's a load of bull. That's him
Mhm.
just
Well,
trying
now
to get people.
I mean, it could be, but you know, the videos I've seen him make about Brian aren't bashing him; they're reinforcing him and bashing Mr. Mead.
I think it's like trying to get. I think it's trying to get views off of maybe both of them.
Could be.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, he jumps into the middle of a big old conversation. He's going to get views. He's going to get subscribers and likes. You know, it is
Yeah.
what it is. Even if he's kissing lady boys.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Oh.
I found that on somebody else's who obviously doesn't like him.
Yeah.
But he's obviously got a reputation around the bloggers and the people in Bahal.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously Van knew of him.
But dang, what was I going to say? But Mountain Man's talking about people. You know, we're bashing the Philippines, but you take like people. I forgot what I was going to say. Darn it! I hate that when I lose my train of thought.
Mountain Man, you know, I almost clicked into Gary's live stream. I was kind of busy doing stuff, you know, and he was talking about VPP. You know, my personal opinion about VPP. Do you know? Do you guys know about Baby Faith?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in VPP stopped Terrence and Beth from being able to give that baby medical help.
Yeah.
You know, and that baby died because of that. You know, and that's when Brian come out with that video. You got blood on your hands now. You know, it is what it is. You know, and that to me just sealed my thought against VPP. You know, why would they? You know, they made it so he couldn't even take her to. You know, they couldn't even take that baby to the doctor to get help.
Yep.
You know,
I know
that just blows my fucking mind.
Yeah. I started watching Terrence and Beth from probably within the first month of them starting.
Really?
I mean, I must admit, I don't watch them now because I think it's changed what they do.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, they were there to help. Now, they obviously made money from the AdSense.
Yes, they made a lot of money from the AdSense.
Yeah.
And Beth is a very smart, college-educated woman, period.
You know, and for at least, well, until they had to stop taking money from, you know, that's wrong.
Yeah.
When people wanted to give them money, because I was helping support someone within their church,
right?
And it wasn't much, not a lot, especially well, obviously there's a lot for them there, but for me it wasn't a lot,
right?
And every time I sent that money, I saw a receipt for what they bought, and often they'd added to it, and rounded it up and stuff like that.
Well, when they cracked down on them, you know, they stopped all kinds of income coming in and all this stuff. And What do? They go out and pay cash for a brand new Ford Raptor Ranger.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they got money. It is what it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
And them Raptors ain't cheap neither.
Say what?
Them Raptors, they're not cheap. My nephew, he's got one, and
No.
but he bought a used one,
All right.
and they're pretty expensive.
I think,
Yeah.
Griffin's quite. I think with VPP, she was jealous of them.
Yeah, I do too. That's exactly what I think.
And she's the
And,
one.
baby Faith, I mean, I know her mother, Marsol. Me and her have been friends for a long time. We talk back and forth. And, I've helped her out with money a few times and stuff like that. Very nice woman,
Yeah.
But yeah, it broke her heart,
Oh yeah.
It's like they say that, Brian was taking her money. Brian never had to do anything with any of her money.
No.
None
They
of it.
tried to say Maricel was taking it, but they've got it mixed up, haven't they, between the two?
Well, it was all
and
the
Maricel.
money. The money was sent to a PayPal, GoFundMe account that Marsol was the only one that had access to.
Yeah.
So there was no way anybody could get any of the money.
Nope. Because all right, Marvin, if I send you money right now through Western Union,
Yeah, I can only get it.
Yeah, while Bill can't get it, my nephew can't get it, Geoff can't get it. Nobody can get it but you.
Yep.
You got to have that your name and tracking number. Now I can't speak for that GoFundMe, but it's probably the same way as Western Union.
GoFundMe, that's a much more tighter circumstance than that. You know what I mean?
So, well, yeah. I know they about it, but I forgot how they sent it. But if it was GoFundMe, okay. So,
that was just like you said, they killed that baby.
Yeah, they did. Period.
All right, but let me say this, folks. All right. Now I have sent Brian a little bit of money here and there. All right. Geoff supporters send him money. Winter Willie, they send him money. But you can see their faces, and people send Terrence and Beth money, okay? But you know what they look like. But why is VPP hiding behind her camera? I don't trust
She
people like that.
never shows her face.
No, but why is she hiding? And I'm here to tell you, I've been to the Philippines.
She's fucking ugly.
She probably is. She's scam. I watched this video. I wish I could remember the name of it, but it was in the Philippines. This person was doing a pyramid scheme, and they was scamming Filipinos out of their money. Like, send me money, and you'll get double your money. I forget how it went, but they finally caught them because they doing that pyramid scheme, scamming them out of their money.
Right.
So now is VPP doing good? She has to, but let's just say if I send her $100, how much of that $100 is she pocketing and sending the rest out to help the needy?
Yeah, for sure. And then, go ahead.
One of her videos on the sewing machines, and she said in that the person that gets the sewing machine has to pay for tuition, lessons on how to use it. So she gives somebody a sewing machine, and then that person has to learn how to use it, but they have to pay for that.
Right. Well, let me put this out there. Say she bought somebody a sewing machine. Are they going to make a lot of money sewing people's clothes?
No.
I really kind of doubt that.
No.
Not these days and times.
No.
I've done a lot of work with law enforcement and stuff like that. And I have a friend that actually has a boot repair shop. Believe that or not, he still repairs boots. But he does that basically for the local law enforcement. And he does sewing. But it's stuff that's got to go on their uniform.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is now, clothes are so cheap that people don't repair them. They don't.
Yeah, you got it. You know, you get a
can probably
rip.
not make it any cheaper than what you can buy it.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
just throw it away if you got a rip in it or something, or if
yeah,
it comes in
yeah.
so.
I'll give you an example, Bill. This shirt here, I could buy 5 pair of shirts, all in one for $15. So I
Yep.
can throw this shirt away and go buy
In
another
gun
package of
station,
shirts for $10 or $15. That's how
$8,
I've
cheap
got
they are.
the.
you can get an animal print one.
You got you need to get one of those 3D shirts.
Yeah.
What is it? That is. He's so proud of them.
Well, I think he recently went on like Wish or something like that.
Yes. Yes.
Ordered a bunch of shirts, you know, or what's that new one that come out? I can't think of that. I just actually ordered something from Remedy or something like that.
I guess I've seen it.
Say what?
I guess I've seen that.
Oh, it's a new website. Here,
Yeah.
hang on a second.
I've not seen that, Griff. Oh, because he can't give that land away to the. Can he? He's been trying to give that land away, and nobody wants to go anywhere near it.
You got that right.
No, they don't.
Because he tried when he made that video when he was in Cebu. Basically, that sounded like a bribe to me. You can have this land. I bet that was like, but you have to do this.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I don't get myself booted here. Hang on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Probably. And Mark, and they might have to be paying her rent. And who's she buying the sewing machines off? Is that a family friend?
The what, Bill?
Who's VPP getting the sewing machines off? Is that somebody she knows where she's buying them?
A good
The same as
possibility.
bicycles. Is that a family member she's getting them made by?
Probably.
And the house is
Uh,
it's built. The houses are built on her private land. So is she collecting rent for those?
well, that's a good possibility.
And the cafe that we had donations to open it for the kids is right next to a building, a new road construction. So who are the builders going to be? Oh, you're in here.
Yeah, I'm back again.
Yeah.
Timu.
Emu? Did you say emu? What did you say that name, website was, Marvin?
Marvin, your mic is muted.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, it's so hard to hear in my house because my air conditioner's running. Sound like you said emu. Seems like I've heard of that.
I got Marvin twice. I
Uh,
got one frozen.
Okay.
yeah,
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can hear you now.
All right.
What
But
did you
that website is called Timu.
say? Okay, I don't guess I've heard of it yet.
Boy, the audio is horrible.
Yeah.
Let me leave and come back.
All right, then, Marvin. Yeah, because I got you on twice at the moment.
Okay.
But anyway, what I was gonna say, Bill, I went on Social Blade and looked at VPP's channel. Her views are still falling, still going down.
Yeah, I was
So,
going to look at Wee Willie's to see what his subscribers count's doing. Seeing now old Gary Allen's on him.
okay, yeah.
The thing you got to watch as well, if they're buying subscriptions, I was talking to someone about this the other day, and when you buy, so if you bought 100 subscribers, sorry, they won't 100 won't come on, or you buy, say, 200 subscribers. They come on in tens.
Uh-huh.
So that's what you got to look. If he gets like 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. So if they're doing that, that means they're bought subscribers, apparently.
Well, see, that's the way Geoff was doing. It's funny. All this whole time, right before Gary went on there, his numbers stayed the same. But as soon as Gary come on, they were slowly going up. They go up in tens.
Yeah.
So I think Gary was buying Geoff views.
Well, it's like they did. Well, Severe said to get him over that 1,000 the first time, they built 400.
Yeah. So that's what happened. Yeah, because he lied, said he's never going to get a channel monetized. So, well, I hate to cut it short, but my nephew and them's coming, and we're finna go walking. So,
yeah,
anyway,
I done what you've done. I only came on for a 10-minute.
Yeah, and we've been on here for an hour. But yeah, I think I'm finna log off, and because it said a while ago my phone was trying to overheat. So, Marvin, you on here again? But
Yeah,
anyway, fellas,
I'm doing the double time.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm finna log out.
Yeah,
right.
Well,
I'm gonna log out too. I gotta cook some dinner.
1:30 in the morning here.
All right.
Okay. So, all right, Marvin, Bill.
Guys.
All right, I'll talk to y'all later.
Yep. All right, man.
All right. Thanks everybody for coming on. Griffin, I'll try to get you a picture of the house somehow. I might do a video of it. All right.
All right, Bill. I'm gone.